So, Sunday morning, train to Cividale. Cividale del Friuli, known to the Romans as Forum Julii. It became the seat of a bishop in the 5th century. Period to 1031 was the seat of the Patriarch of Aquileia. The cathedral was rebuilt in the 16th century by Pietro and Tullio Lombardo. The central door is by Jacopo Veneziano. The campanile is described as Baroque. Here we can see a copy of the statue of Julius Caesar in the Campidoglio in Rome. It stands in front of the 14th century Palazzo Comunale. From the far side of this square at the side of the cathedral we can take Via Monastero Maggiore down towards the river. We are walking through the medieval quarter of the town. We pass through 2 gates on the way. So now we just need to go through this next gate here, turn right, and that brings us to the river bank, the river Natisone. The 15th century church of San Biagio. There are remains of the original frescoes on the facade, and the inside of the church was no doubt originally completely covered in paintings and frescoes. That must have been quite a sight. So if we turn round and look downstream, we can see the 8th or 9th century Lombardic temple. A rectangular hall covered by barrel vaults and terminating in a 3-apsed sanctuary separated from the nave by a screen. These are female saints in stucco work of the 8th to the 11th century. The frescoes are 11th century. The wooden choir stalls are of the 14th century. This was originally the oratorio of the monastery of Santa Maria in Vale, and just behind it there the campanile of the present-day cathedral. And the interior design is also by the Lombardi. We were again fortunate, the organist was in attendance. Unfortunately for us, however, a service was due and we couldn't explore as much as we would have liked. But outside, now then, how about this? Yes, well, anyway, I would certainly have liked to spend longer in Cividale. Unfortunately, I had to keep an eye on the train timetable because I had to get back to Udine in time to catch a train to Trieste. For one thing, I would like to have explored the cathedral a little more closely. Not to mention the fact that I would just like to have spent more time in this pleasant atmosphere. On the way back towards the station, we crossed the bridge over this quite deep gorge and see that view again. And this is the other side of that gate we saw first. One of the original gates into the city. And on our way back to Udine, it was our pleasure to ride in one of these older trains. And we had about half an hour to wait for our train to Trieste. There's the train back off now to Cividale. And here's our train for Trieste. And it's another one of those nice new modern short distance trains that we've seen quite often now. Now, I would have liked to have spent more time in Trieste, but again, because of this rail strike tomorrow, we're going to have to make the most of it, I think is the expression.